Hello everyone, welcome back. We are on the circuit Navarra in the F4s and it's a new week. The last week didn't go overly well. I only got a chance to do two races in the F4s, and the first race was going well until I got taken out, and then the second race I gained a tiny bit of iRating, but it was just an absolute mess. So we are sort of trying to make amends. So let's go. The guy Martin Lichner, he's been about, my optimum lap if I get all the lap together is a 138.3. But that seems to be what he was doing, that Martin guy, sort of consistently. Whereas I'm not quite at that point yet. I need a bit more practice, so I'm hoping in this race we can just have a fairly clean race, get some points, but kind of sort of see it as a prolonged test session, see what a few of the other guys are doing, try and refine stuff as we go, and then build it up from there. I think I've been debating about, well, not debating really, but sort of wondering about a slight change of approach in these, because what I found is when I sort of put things together, I'm not quite there at the super top guys' pace in these cars yet, but I think we can get there. So it's sort of like, like on the race one last week, we were running sort of P5, P4. And I'm so scared of being taken out all the time, because it always seems to happen, that I drive quite conservatively, but then I just end up getting involved in rubbish. So I don't know if I need to maybe just up the aggression a little bit and just, believe that we should be running up the front. If I'm running P4, P5, let's attack. Let's not worry too much about the safety rating. So, anyway, time to focus a little bit. That wasn't the best start to a lap, but I may go a little bit quiet, but I'll try and get a good qualifying lap in. That is not how you start a good qualifying lap, but that's okay. It's the first one. We'll put a banker in and we'll go hopefully better on the second one. Oh dear. That was going from the braking point, to be honest. Never mind. They're going to be hot now, though. Now that we've gone back under control. Right, it's not going to be a good first lap, but it's not a bad one. Oh, and nice and early onto this straight. Let's go. 38.6. That wasn't a great lap. Oh, it's a good lap from him. Wasn't good from me. Let's go. It'll be so smooth through that first corner. It's unreal. That wasn't what I wanted to do at all. Rein it in. Rein it in. wide there. Right, well that wasn't a good showing, but never mind. It's somewhere to build from. We're going to carry on with this lap and see. Oh, that was poor. That was a poor effort, but. That was better. The pace is there. I just need to trust it's there and not overdrive, which is something I tend to do a lot. I just sort of want it that bit too much, and I try that bit too hard. Because this is a much better lap already. A little bit wide at the apex there, but I'll tell you one thing, guys, I've got very, very cold hands because it's cold out and my sim is not in a heated room, but it's about as cold as it is outside, so not ideal. That's something to build on anyway. I'm surprised that I'm sort of surprised how slow people are actually, considering it's the one. Considering there's a 4.2 and a 3k driver P4, P5 with that sort of time, I'd have thought my lap would have put me probably well down towards sort of top 10 on the grid, but sort of like back towards 10th position, sorry, but maybe with it being start of the week and people haven't had chance to practice that much yet, they're not that quick. But there's potential there. I think we've got a bit of a pace gap to hopefully those behind. I can imagine him in front is probably going to disappear, but that's fine because we can hopefully learn a bit from some stuff he does. Oh, that end of my fingers are so cold. I'm glad it's only 15 minutes because I'd be really struggling. But hopefully if we can sort of begin to gap those behind a little bit, or you know, just tag onto him in front and leave those behind a bit, then we might have a bit of luck. But I'm just babbling. I'm playing to be fair today, guys, so sorry if the commentary isn't all that great. I wouldn't say it's something I'm great at yet. I'm trying to get better at it, but Martin Lichner. So our best in practice was a 1:38.6 with a theoretical best, I think, of a 1:38.3 maybe, or 4 if I hook it all together. So I think the pace is there, it's just not overdriving it, which I always tend to do. I noticed I did that last week as well. I lost from one race to another. When the first race didn't go very well, I lost half a second in qualifying, and I didn't do much massively different, but then when I reflected back on it, I was just overdriving it essentially. So it's something I need to get out of the habit of doing. Although probably from properly testing and you know, testing using Garage 61, seeing exactly where the time is that I need to find. It'll hopefully stop me trying to find time where there's no time to be found, if you get me. Anyway, we're on the front row, which is a surprise, not what I was expecting. Try and get a half decent launch. That wasn't the best launch. Oh dear. Got the inside line though. That's not a bad place to be. That's not bad, nice and clean, perfect. I need to try and tag onto him. See what he does. All the track there. Good track usage already, you can tell that. He's trying to keep the pressure on him, I think. Nothing crazy, keep the pressure. Oh, he's gone wide already. Slight change of brake bias. Get a bit more stability through these. So far, this is going to plan. I don't want to jinx it. Trying to drive it not so hard is key. Like there's downforce, you got to keep the speed up to let the downforce do its thing. Really, I think he's feeling the pressure. So he takes a later apex for that one, that first one, but sets up the braking zone for the sort of like the second left better. Oops, slight mistake from me there, but never mind. Talk less, drive more. We've heard that in the F1 news lately. Oof. That got my heart rate up. Just going to keep focusing up ahead, don't look behind. Oh, you stupid person. That's the whole crack with not overdriving it. I was trying to use the curb on the outside. Don't need to. Not done it before. Right, Harry. Let it float. Consistent laps. Let's zone in. We'll try and maybe follow his approach there a little bit. That wasn't bad. I want to brake later into there, but it doesn't I think I just get too eager. Use the inside curb on the power early. Struggling on the exit bit there. And I'm being a bit too conservative into there, I think. We're matching him. This is alright. Right, 2-second gap. Let's try and keep it about that, 2.1. Let the pace come. I can keep the minimum speed up a bit more through there. In some places they do gain on him, but he's just generally, unfortunately, seems to have the edge. But he's a 5k driver, so he's clearly very strong. But we're in a perfect position. These races are exactly what we need to basically just pick up and learn little bits. Oh, the better last sector from me as well. Let's see what this lap was. That was a 39.1 and he did a 38.6 fastest. Oh dear. Don't get greedy. Just managing to keep the gap at about 2.6. Now it's 2.8 there, but that's okay. The whole third on the entry into there seems like a slightly nicer approach. Ooh, I'm struggling into there. This is sort of exactly what I expected to happen. But we did say extended test session would build it up. It seems to make time into this first section. That's not going to make me time. I think I could brake later into that. Well, that is not the way to be quicker, Harry, at all. Hello. Goodbye. See you later. Sorry about that, just Ellie saying bye. That was better. It would be nice to get down into the 38s, but that's what we're in practice, so we should be able to replicate that. Let's focus. That's a 1x, but that's fine. Slow me down slightly, dragging onto the curb, but better so far. Fingertips are cold. Oh, that's not ideal. A lot of grip in that corner. With a better lap though, so we'll take it. I don't think that's going to be much quicker, but it was better for the bulk of it. No, too many mistakes. That was nicer. We actually gained a little bit of time through some of that, so felt better as well. I think I'm losing a bit of time in the last corner, but might be one to look at on the old Garage 61 on the telemetry. That should be a better lap though. 38.9. I'm happy with that. Probably keep the minimum speed up more than. I think I was probably over slowing it down for the main apex at that of those corners there. And keep the minimum speed up even more. Oh, that's gone wrong. Never mind, it is a test session. I've got a 5-second gap to a 4K driver in P3, so I'll take that. So this is probably a bit of a boring race to watch, to be honest, guys. It's more of a test session, but with P2, which is nice. last lap. Let's see if I can keep the gap at 5 seconds for a lap. It wasn't a good lap either, really. So I tried to brake later there. I went for after the post disappeared, and probably can do it, but I need to be better with the line, so that was a mistake. We'll scrap that little target of keeping it a 5 second gap. But we're learning bits, which I'm happy with. You can't expect to be quick straight away when you're learning new cars. I mean, I say new cars, I'm sort of used to it now, but I definitely would say I'm not sort of fully at home in them. New car, new tracks. We're getting there. It's a good start to the week, I think. Yeah, I'll take that. Sorry, it's probably, I feel like the commentary was a bit naff through there, guys. I'm sorry, and probably a bit of a boring race for you guys to watch, but it's a good way to start the week. Hopefully some safe rating and some iRating built back up after last week's end of session. P2, best lap, 4/10 off a 4.7k driver, which is not a bad start. So hopefully in a few races coming up I'll be able to hang on to P1 and have a bit of a better race. But thanks for watching. I'm going to go warm my hands up, it's very cold, and hopefully I'll see you at some point this week. Thank you.